Hey everybody, welcome to another video. Okay, so as you can see, I am back at the home office. Today, I didn't have any appointments on my schedule, so I'm staying home today, but that's good news for you because I get to have time to make another video today because I will have, hopefully, a few busy days coming up. So I wanted to do a strength training workout with the stretchy band today. So remember that you can either use the tube type stretchy band with the handles on it, either the soft or the firm handles. You can also use, if you have a physical therapy band that you've gotten, which is the wide flat band without handles, you can use that also. Generally on the tube bands, the green is the lightest, red is medium, and blue and purple are the heaviest. Yellow is also a very light one. However, depending on the brand, you might find that that's not necessarily true. So you want to check the diameter, the thickness of the band. So the thicker the band, the more challenging it's going to be. So if you have several options, you can try different ones. If you don't have a band at all, I have lots of other workout videos that you can do, strength training workouts with hand weights or whatever you have around the house. There's also cardio workouts. I just did a cardio video the other day, lots of stretching, yoga, meditation, so check some of those out as well. And let's go ahead and get started. Of course, a few things that you're going to need: the nice sturdy chair here, since we'll be doing some exercises in the chair. Make sure that it's not going to roll or move on you. Make sure that you have your water so that you can stay hydrated during and after your workout. Make sure that you have a nice clear workout space with no tripping hazards on it or anything that could slip. And I don't have my shoes on because I'm in a warmer environment today, but if you need to be wearing the sturdy shoes, please go ahead and do so, especially since some of these band exercises will have the band underneath the feet, and so you want the security of having that band not going to move or snap off and snap you with the band. So let's go ahead and start with seated exercise. We're going to begin by moving forward in the chair. I'm going to go ahead and hydrate before we even start. And we're going to bring the band around behind the back. So I'm sitting about halfway forward in the chair. Again, make sure that your chair is not going to move or tip on you. Preferably no armrests. We're going to bring the band around behind the back. So about mid-back and under the arms. So we're going to be starting with a chest press. So again, it's mid-back, under the arms. And then if you have the band with the handles, go ahead and grab those and then grab an extra loop of band. If you have the flat band, you can just shorten up as much as you need to create the appropriate amount of resistance. Now make sure that you're sitting up tall, you're engaging the abdominals, and we're going to just start with that press to the front. So make sure that you keep the shoulders down away from the ears. Make sure you're breathing through it. Good. And then of course, as always, you can adjust your tension on your band by grabbing up closer to your body if it's too easy, or giving yourself some more slack if it's hard. But make sure it's still a good challenge. Elbows down, shoulders down. You can have just a little elbow flare there, but we don't want to go too high because that tends to make us shrug our shoulders. So neck is relaxed, shoulders are relaxed. Try to think of using the pectoral muscles here and breathing. Let's do one more of those. Okay, now from here we're just going to hang on to that band for a second and lean back and come back up. So we're going to let the abs work here. Come halfway back up, lean back again. Come halfway back up. This time we're going to add a rotate and a punch. Lean back, other side, rotate and punch as you come back up. So we got those abs, those obliques, and the upper body as well. Now we can speed this up just a little bit. We don't want to use any momentum with it, but we can speed that up just a little bit there. Keeping the back lengthened out still. We're never rounding the shoulders or rounding the upper back. We're keeping the chest lifted up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's hold in this leaning back position. So you're not using the back of your chair for support. You're still using the abdominals, and we're just going to do our little tiptoe march here for a moment. Keep breathing through it, using the abs. 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Come all the way up. All right, big inhale, big exhale. We're going to bring the band around to the front now. So now we're going to be working on the upper back. So it's going to be the same kind of starting position. If you have handles, you can grab those in the extra band. If you just have the band, just shorten it up as much as you need to. We're going to extend the arms up front, keeping the abdominals in, body lengthened out. Pull it into your chest and release it out. Now again, if that's hard, go ahead and lengthen your band back out. If it's easy, hands closer together. And then as you bring the band into your body, really focus on pulling those shoulder blades together. And again, shoulders away from the ears. Keep breathing through it. I think we got a fire truck going by outside. Great timing. We live pretty close to the fire station, so we get that a lot. All right, so again, you're thinking about those shoulder blades coming together behind you, focusing on the upper back muscles. 1 more of those. All right, so let's put our coat on, take our coat off. Give the shoulders a little break there, but we are going to go back to that previous exercise with a variation. Change direction. Make sure, please, it does not wrap around your neck. If you need to keep the movement in front of the body, that's fine too. This is just a shoulder mobility one for you. Okay, so we're going to bring the band back to the front, and this time we're going to do the same type of movement, but bringing it down from the top. So you're going to go up high with it. I know you can't see all the way up. The same type of movement, bringing it down. With a little bit more shoulder focus. And you know what? Notice that I have just a slight elbow bend here. That tends to be a lot easier on the joints and the tendons. So we're going to do that. Pulling down from the ceiling. Good. Just a couple more there. Last one. Okay, good job. So let's go ahead and do first hydrate, and then we're going to do our rotator cuff exercise. And we'll do a leg exercise before we come back to upper body. So for this one, this is going to be the external rotation. So you have your handles, you have your extra loop of band, but you have an underhand grip, and you're locking your elbows in by your sides. So you're going to open and close without lifting the upper arms away from the body at all. And people will tend to use too much tension, and it forces them to lift the elbows up. We don't want to do that. Go ahead and give yourself as much slack as you need. Good, just 1 more of those. All right, so let's go ahead and do a lower body exercise. We'll come back to some upper body exercises. We're going to put the band underneath the feet here as promised. Make sure that it is under your arches. So I know that you probably have your shoes on, but still make sure it's under the arches. Toes stay down, heels stay down. Then you can crisscross your band. So we're going to do the knee lift and tap out and tap in. So this is an alternating side one. So we're going to do a knee lift out and in, switch sides, out and in. You want to go as wide as you can without having to scoot around in the chair. So outer glute, outer thigh, we're working on the abductors, ABD, and also the glute minimus, glute medius, those stabilizer muscles. So this is similar to doing a side step across the floor. That's the standing variation of it, except for this time we're doing an alternating side instead of multiples. 1 more each side. All right, let's go ahead and do lower back. So you're going to keep the band underneath the feet, but uncross the handles, and we're going to shorten up this time. So we're going to grab close to the feet, keep the toes down, keep the heels down, just slightly retract your shoulder blades and hold. So pull those shoulder blades slightly together, hold in that position. Then we're using abs. No, I didn't get a good grip there. All right, so make sure you have a good grip on the band. You're going to lean back, keep the toes down. The toes are going to want to come up. I'm going to give myself a little bit more length on the band. That's a bit too close. All right, keep a good grip on it. Again, shoulders back, chest up, shoulder blades slightly pulled together. But here we're working on abs and lower back. Lengthen or shorten the band as you need to. Keeping that good posture. You're going to feel the abs a little bit as you get closer to the back of the chair and the lower back at the start of the movement. Make sure that you do have enough tension on your band. Okay, good. All right, so we're going to let go of the extra loop of band. If you have the handles, go ahead and grab them. Otherwise, just lengthen out your band. Keep the toes and heels down, and we're going to do a tiny little lateral raise here. Now, what we want to make sure is that we don't elevate the shoulders. You want to think of pushing those handles away from your body. Push them away. Again, just a soft elbow, a slight elbow bend there. Be a little bit nicer to your joints. And it doesn't have to be all the way out perpendicular to the body. You can go just slightly forward with it, even though it is a lateral raise. Good. So you're thinking about the deltoids, the outer part of the shoulders. That's what we're working on here. Make sure that you're not using your back, you're not using your neck, you're not using your trapezius. You don't need any more tension in the neck. Okay, let's go ahead and switch to biceps. Now for this one, we can go with a wider foot position because we've got less range of motion here. So we're going to lock those elbows back in by the sides again, but this time palms are up and you're just going up and down. You can go even wider with the foot position if you need to shorten it up, or you can just grab lower down on the band. So I can grab under here. That will also shorten your band. So make sure that you have the appropriate amount of resistance and really focusing on the top part of the movement. Little hold there. Good. Good. Just a couple more. Nice and strong. Okay. Now you can take that band back out from under the feet, and we're going to do our tricep one with the band. So this is the one that we are going to use our supporting hand gripping right in the center, and then our working arm is going to grab either the handle or right above it, and you're coming out to full extension. So this is one of the few times that we're going to lock out at the joint, full extension of the arm, and notice that we're not going to move the shoulder at all. We're only moving at the elbow. It's kind of bouncing there. So shorten it up if you need to. You're going for the back of the arm here. That's all that we're going for. You might get a little bit of abdominal there. That is totally normal and totally fine. But we don't want to move with the shoulder at all. We want to have the back of the arm doing all the work there. Last one. Good. Okay, so same thing on the other side. So we're going to secure in the middle of the band with our non-working hand. The other hand, you can grab the handle and a little bit of extra loop if you want to. And again, I'm just going to turn so you can see it. So we want to not elevate the shoulder towards the ear, and we want to not swing at all. We're just going to lock in the upper arm by the side and then only move at the elbow. And again, you're coming out to complete extension. Complete extension there. On the back of the arm. Remember, tricep, back of the arm. There's actually 3 muscles back there, hence the name. 2 and 1. All right, so go ahead and let's put that band aside. Let's get some water, and then we're going to do some exercises for the lower body and balance with just body weight I think we'll do a little bit more abs too. Let's start with that actually. So for this one, we're going to be back at the front half of the chair. Again, make sure that you're not going to tip the chair forward. We're going to lengthen the spine, and this time I'm going to give you an extra challenge. So fingers up by the ears if you can, and we're going to add the knee lift this time. And down, alternating sides. We don't want to bring both off the floor at the same time unless we're holding the chair. So just do one. Do one more like that, and then we're going to add the rotation in. Remember to keep your back nice and lengthened, abdominals engaged, breathing. Now I'm adding the rotation in there. Keep breathing through it. Just do as much as you can. If this is really, really hard, you can modify. You can bring the arms back down. You can eliminate the leg lift, or you can eliminate the rotation. Whatever feels right for you, whatever is your appropriate workout level. It should feel like a challenge, but not impossible. And of course, we always want the muscles working, but we don't want any kind of bad pain. Just good pain is what we call it. So that's the muscles working, not any kind of bone or joint pain. Make sure you're breathing through it. One more. Scratch my nose. Okay, good. Okay, so go ahead and relax those arms down. Sit all the way up, catch your breath, and move back. All right, so we're going to be doing our quadricep extensions. Now, obviously, it's just going to be body weight, but we're going to do them super slow. So you're really going to feel these guys. So I want you to take one leg, extend it out forward. You can point the toes or point the toes up. Either one is fine. Now, I want you to put your hand right above your knee. You've got a big muscle called the quadriceps there. I want you to feel that muscle working as we lift the legs. So we're not just going to swing up and down. We're going to contract that muscle and then slowly lower it back down. Contract it and slowly lower it back down. Good. So we want to take the hip flexor out of it as much as possible. It gets plenty of work already as an assistant muscle. Notice that we're doing these quite slowly, slower than we would do if we were using, for example, the dumbbells, just because we're really going to contract and hold those quadriceps. Nice, slow, lower back down. Good, one more. Nice job. All right, so same thing on the other side. We're going to extend the leg out, hand is above the knee, right there on top of that muscle. Point the toes if you want to. Feel that muscle work as you lift and lower. So you can either have the leg completely extended or just a slight knee bend. Either one of those is fine. I am using the back of the chair for support on this one just so that I can concentrate on using the quadriceps to do all the work. So taking out any kind of swing or momentum out of there and just focusing on those muscles, which are the ones that help us to get up out of the chair, which we're going to be doing. All right, good job. So go ahead and let's just do a toe tap in and out. Go as fast as you can. And then heel tap in and out. Go as fast as you can. And now heel raise, toe raise as fast as you can. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so as promised, we're going to be getting up out of the chair. This is one of our most functional exercises, is to be able to get up out of the chair. So if you feel like you need to go with a little bit wider foot position for more stability, that's fine. Otherwise, just stay with about a shoulder width foot position. If you do need to use your hands, that's okay if you need to do that, but our goal is to be able to stand up out of a normal chair without having to use any other assistance. And I know you can't see my head when I come all the way up. We're going to go up and down, and just quickly coming back down to the chair. Good. Now, modification. If that feels like too much on your knees and it's just too much, start in the standing position. Come halfway down to your chair and come back up. Your goal is to eventually get all the way down at least once or twice, but if you need to do the modification, go ahead and do that. All right. Again, if you can come all the way down, light tap down, back up. One more. Great job. All right, let's go ahead and grab some water, and then we're going to come around to the back of the chair. All right, so we're just going to use the chair for balance support. You don't have to use it if you don't need it. I'm going to start with some leg circles. So again, we're targeting the outer part of the thigh. I'm going to move this over a little bit so you can see better. Let me move in. All right, so inside leg is going to be your balancing leg. Outside leg, we are drawing a circle with the foot. And then if you can let go of your chair, go ahead and balance. If you need it, use it. Torso is up tall, abdominals just slightly engaged there. Good, change direction. Circle around. Great big circle with the foot. 3, 2, and 1. So you might feel a lot of work being done by that standing leg because of having all your weight on it. So give it a little shake out before we switch to the other side. Again, I'm just going off to the side to show you, but you can stay right behind your chair. So again, the inside leg is the standing leg. Outside leg, we're using the foot to draw a big circle. Keeping the torso up tall. Breathing. Now, this is my bad foot, so I'm not going to let go, but if you feel okay, change directions. If you feel okay with your balance, you can let go of your chair. I'm gradually trying to get this foot rehabbed. Last one. All right, good job. Okay, so shake out that standing leg again. And then we're going to come around behind the chair and do some wide foot position squats, all right? So, again, I'm going to move the chair, but you can stay right behind it. So I have the feet out to a wider than shoulder position, toes are slightly out. You can adjust this as needed for your own body. Everybody's different where they feel comfortable, but what we're going for is adding a little bit of inner thigh here, all right? You can do whatever you'd like with your arms. We're just going to come down, hold for a second, then squeeze through the inner thigh, abdominals in tight, pelvic floor tight. And then again, that range of motion is up to you. So depending on how your knees feel about it, if you can go lower, great. If not, stay in that pain-free range of motion. Make sure that you don't drop forward. This is very common that I see people, they let their torso fall forward. We're putting a lot of strain on the lower back. We want to keep the weight back. Glutes engaged, chest is lifted, chin is lifted. That helps a lot if you make sure you're looking straight ahead. You don't need to look down at the floor. If you need to check your form in a mirror, go ahead. Last one. Okay, and then shake those legs out as you step in. We're going to go into a narrower stance now for heel raise, toe raise from the standing position. So about a shoulder width or even narrower. As we lift up, make sure that you don't roll the ankles in, because most of us do pronate, we roll the ankles in, so we want to make sure we just lift up, even a slight roll out, heel raise, toe raise. There's going to be some balance challenge here. Yep. Get as much mobility as you can through your ankles. Try to come all the way up onto the tiptoes and then rock all the way back onto the heels. If you find that you're really tight in your calves or Achilles, make sure that you're doing stretches for those. Again, I do have stretching videos, and there's lots of different variations that you can do to stretch your muscles. They get a lot of work as we're walking around, so make sure you're doing your stretches. Last one. All right, so quick hydration break, and then we're going to finish with a little bit more balance work. So again, you can be right behind your chair. I'm going to keep mine off to the side so that you can see my foot position. But we're going to do our heel-toe position. So go ahead and put the outside foot, or if you're just behind the chair, either foot in front. We'll do both sides. Now, start by just seeing if you can let go of the chair. If you need it there for balance, go ahead. So again, shoulders back, chin up, chest up. So instead of doing the rotations today, we're going to try closing the eyes. You're going to stay in that heel-toe position, chair if you need it for balance support. Body is lengthened up. Nice tall posture. You're breathing. Of course, if you need to open your eyes, please do so right away. If you start to feel dizzy, lightheaded, or disoriented. Okay, go ahead and open. Shake those feet out. We're going to do the same thing with the other foot in front. So again, just starting by getting used to that balanced position. We've got that narrower heel toe stance. That's going to be more of a challenge than your normal straddle stance. Start by seeing if you're able to let go of the chair. If you need to use it, go ahead and use it. Body is lengthened, shoulders are back. And now try closing your eyes. Again, if you need to open them, please do so right away. If it feels like too much to have the eyes closed, I know it's a lot more challenging, so please open the eyes if needed. And you may open. All right, good job. Shake out those legs. Let's finish with just a couple of stretches here. You all know that my modified downward dog is my favorite, so I'm going to go ahead and show you this from the side position. Hands on the chair. Make sure that chair is secure. It's not going to move on you. Big step back with both feet, and then you're bringing your ears down by your arms, lengthening out your spine, pressing your tailbone towards the wall behind you, stretching the whole back side of the body. Now from here, you can let go of your chair. Keep the head above the heart, but just reach down toward your toes. Little soft knee bend if you want to. Head above the heart, eyes up, chin up. Just let that back relax and get a little stretch in the hamstrings there. Again, I have full stretching videos, so please take advantage of some of those from time to time. And then slowly roll back up. We're just going to go one vertebrae at a time. Good. All right. So stretching out the shoulders and chest. We're going to grab the hands. I'm going to turn to the side again. We're going to grab the hands together behind the back. Rotate the shoulders back. If it feels comfortable to you, just a little lift there. If that's too much, you can let go of that and just do the head tilt. So the head tilt is just the ear to shoulder. That's all it is. You always should feel good on these stretches. Never pain. And then do the other side. You can do this as many times as you want to. The stretches are always as many times as you would like for as long as you'd like. And then tuck the chin down towards the chest. Again, if you need to let go of the hands, that is fine. And then release the arms out. Roll the shoulders front to back. Big inhale, big exhale. You're almost there. Great job today. Let's do our side to side, just nice and loose here. Shoulders are relaxed down. Yeah, thanks for joining me today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Get the notifications turned on for both the YouTube channel and the Facebook page. I'd love it if you got to see them all. And you could always go back and check them out later. All right, it is time for our final stretch. Inhale, exhale, once more. Inhale, exhale. Awesome job, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay warm and dry, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.